So A, B, C, a D is worth 1 point, and an F is worth, guess what?
0.
0. That is the normal unweighted, what some people call unweighted GPA value system. Where are you going, hey Bella? No, sit down.
She started back in.
Oh, sign back in, yeah, okay. She asked to go the first time. A, B, C, D, F, right? A in the weighted system is 5, 4, 3, and I think it's 2, and then still 0. Right. It might be a 1. These might be 1s. You have to look that. So you have to ask somebody else. 7. I don't remember. All right. So that's your weighted and unweighted system. So let's look. Give me an example report card. Just give me something that you would be interested in.
All A's and a B.
All A's and a B. So how many classes? 1, 2,
7.
3, 4, 5, 6, and then a B. So what do we got? What's your GPA? Look how easy this is.
Which one, normal or weighted?
Let's do normal. Let's do normal, and then weighted,
And then what if I
and then this is GPA. We're doing an average, people. An average. You can do an average. Last I checked, you did that.
Okay, so that's
So A is what in normal?
4.
A is 4. This is 5. This 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 is 4. This is 5. 4, 5. What's this one?
3.
3 and 4. So you just add them up and divide by 7. That's it. And that's your GPA. Somebody do the math.
12, 16, 20, 24, 27.
As long, the only time, oh, now this is the tricky part. There's a couple tricks. Let's assume that all these are honors. All right. Let's just say that. All right, go.
Oh, I got 3.8.
For normal,
Yeah.
3.8. And what is it weighted?
34 divided by 7, 4.8.
So it's 4.8 weighted.
Well, it's 4.85, so I say 4.9.
Just leave it at 4.8.
Okay.
So 4.8 or 3.8 is your two weighted and unweighted, okay? Now there's a trick to this, and this is assuming that all your classes are honors. If you have something like, let's say one of your A's is a dance class, then you're not going to use your weighted version, right? What are you going to use? Normal. Does that make sense? Because it's not honors. The class has to say honors for it or AP for it to get the weighted value. Does it say honors? If it doesn't say honors in the title of the class, then you got to go with normal. If it says honors in it, like honors biology, right? Like honors algebra, like honors whatever, then you can go ahead and take the weighted value. Now, when colleges look at your GPA, they will look at your weighted GPA. But then what they'll do is they'll create the unweighted one, right? They'll take these values and change them to these values. Do you see that?
Yes.
Now they do that because they want to compare you to people that don't have honors in AP. Now, they do, every time you take an honors class though, they give you a credit. You know, because they're comparing you to here's Joe, right? And then here's you. And Joe, you're on a scale. You're being measured on a scale. Does that make sense? And they want to know which one has the best grades. And you start stacking up your honors classes, right? And Joe has a lot of gym classes. Guess what happens quickly? Guess who they choose? You. So each of these is worth a little point because those are the honors classes you took. AP is the same way. Latin is another thing. So they kind of give you these points for these hard classes, these challenging classes. Every time there's a letter of recommendation, they ask me in the letter of recommendation, they say, listen, can this person, do you have honors in AP available for this child to take? And if I say yes, and you haven't taken them, then what does that say about you? That you didn't choose the most challenging path. Does that make sense? And so that you're, all of a sudden, that the person you're competing against for that scholarship or for that position and that seat at that selective university, you start to lose that seat or you lose that scholarship. So really, that you're being weighed against other people. So they do unweight the GPA, but it's still a good idea to take those honors courses and AP courses. All right, so now you can calculate your own GPA, right? You don't need the Jupiter grades to do it for you.
I mean, could you look at my record?
No,
Why not?
because I want you to calculate it. I want you to go.
Well, now I know
Huh?
my, but they do, it's different because like when you have A minuses or B.
No, A is, it don't go by minus or nothing, it's just that.
Yeah, it's just the A, B, C, or D, no minus
Oh,
or
my
pluses.
GPA is a 4.8 because that's my report card right there.
Well, are these all honors? Did you hear what I'm saying to you? Are these all honors?
Not my dance.
Okay,
And
so it's not a 4.8.
so what do I do?
Oh my
It's
God,
just
I
one-
literally
No,
just
you
explained
said-
it.
Okay.
I'll rewind it and play it for you.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So what happens is that,
What is advisor?
so if this is dance, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna choose the 5, what are you gonna choose?
A 4?
So you say add these 5s and then add a 4, then 2 more, then a 5, then a 4.
Oh, okay.
But what about advisory, that don't count?
Advisory is one of these 4s. Advisory counts. It counts towards your GPA.
Oh, it's a 4?
It's a credit. It's an elective
Advisory is
credit.
4?
So it's advisory's a 4. It's not
So
an
I got
honors
3
advisory.
4s? Oh.
So now you have to recalculate that. All right, so that's
Is
it.
ours, speech or 4 too, huh?
I'm not sure.
I
You
have
have
a
to look at,
4.6.
you have to look at
It
the
don't say
title,
other speech.
that it's a 4.
I have a 4.6.
Well, I mean, it's a 4 point something, but really, like I keep trying to tell you, this is the number that's gonna be counting. If this is 3.5 or better, you're in a good place.
So do we know?
You start to
this-
go below 3.5, you start to go, this goes below 3.5, now you're starting to get worried. If you're near 2, there's some kids that have 1 point something, I shouldn't laugh. 1 point something, that's it, you know, it's gonna be hard for you to be competitive, right?
Mendoza. So we won't know our GPA or no credits or anything until semester report card? Or do they tell us our GPA, but they don't tell us our, no. It's something,
tell us
our
our
credits. They don't tell us our credits.
You don't get credits until when?
First
December.
semester.
First semester's over, that's when everything's done. Your GPA, I don't know what they're gonna, you have to ask, when you get your report card in December, I'll ask Ms. Perez if we can get, the transcripts as well.
Yeah,
Because that way, the transcript, the copy of the that's what officially goes out.
right.
So I'm not sure if on the transcript you see like a B first quarter and an A second quarter, or do you see?
No, they do first quarter, second quarter, and then semester 1.
On the transcript.
No,
See,
on your report card.
I know, but I hear that, I understand
Oh.
that. Because what happens is the first and second quarter are averaged,
Mhm.
okay? But to the semester, grade.
They have a semester
But
card.
on the transcript, on the official transcript, the big
Oh.
question is, what does it look like? So because that's what the colleges are gonna see. That's what the scholarship people are gonna see. They're not gonna see whatever's on Jupiter grades or whatever's on your report card, they're gonna see what's on your transcript. So every once in a while, you wanna see those transcripts, and you wanna make sure that you're getting all your credits, because you don't wanna be a senior and say, oh gee, I need to take a gym class that's not offered, or my God, I gotta take 2 English classes, how am I gonna do that, right? Don't wait. Every year, be reflective, self-evaluate. Where am I? How are my credits doing? How's my GPA doing? How am I doing? Am I falling behind? Let me do something to fix that, right?
I just think they should let us see our GPA on Jupiter.
Yeah, I'll talk to Ms. Perez and see if they used to be able to do that, but now for some reason they don't. I'll see if I have a setting that I can do on my side, but I don't think so. Are we good then?
Yeah, but I think
You're still recording.
Yeah, I'm pausing it. I'll turn it off.